Poland joined NATO on March 12, 1999. The military budget exceeds $13 billion. And with this money, the armed forces of the Republic of Poland, as of 2023, have a strength of 167,000 people. Of this number, the country's ground forces have 68,000, the Air Force 25,000, and the Navy 8,000 servicemen. Also, the regular Army of Poland has its own special operations forces in the amount of 3,000 fighters, a military gendarmerie in 2,000 military personnel and a support inspectorate, providing services, and a medical service of 12,000 people. In addition, in Poland there are territorial defense troops in the amount of 35,000 people and the formation of voluntary military service, to prepare for a professional contract.
Subscribe to the channel, it will be more interesting. Thank you in advance.
18 ME 24 strike units and 30 Augusta Westland AW-149 Italian combat support helicopters. The operational brigades of the Polish Army are armed with 8 units of American attack helicopters AH-64 Apache fighters. The Polish Air Force has 48 units of the American light multipurpose F-16C Fighting Falcon in the 2016 Block 52 Plus version. At the beginning of February 2022, the Polish Air Force also possessed 22 units of Soviet combat aircraft, such as the MiG-29A, which were delivered to Ukraine. Instead, Warsaw plans to purchase 32 fifth-generation F-35 Lightning II fighter jets from the Pentagon. Tanks of various modifications of the American tanks Abrams, the German Leopard 2, the South Korean Black Panther, and the Polish PT-9120. In total, the Polish Army is armed with about 400 tanks. The Army has 70,000 soldiers and 25,000 reservists. The Royal Canadian Navy, RCN, operated by the Commander of the Royal Canadian Navy, comprises 28 warships and submarines stationed in 2 fleets: the Pacific Marine Force, MARPAC, at CFB Esquimalt on the west coast and the Navy Atlantic, Marlant, at HM Dockyard in Canada. Halifax on the east coast, as well as 1 Formation Naval Reserve Headquarters, Navrèche, in Quebec City, Quebec. The fleet is replenished with various aircraft and supply vessels. The RCN participates in NATO exercises and operations, and ships are deployed around the world to support multinational deployments. The current regular forces component of the Army consists of 3 ready-to-operate brigade groups: 1 Canadian Mechanized Brigade, at CFB Edmonton, and CFB Shiloh, 2 Canadian Mechanized Brigade, at CFB Petawawa and CFB Gagetown, and the 5th Canadian Mechanized Brigade Group, at CFB Valcartier and Quebec City. Each has 1 regiment of artillery, armor, and sappers, 3 battalions of infantry, all scaled on British lines, 1 battalion for logistics, a squadron for headquarters/communications, and several smaller support organizations. The squadron's tactical helicopter and field ambulance are stationed with each brigade, but not part of its internal structures. Today, the regular forces of the commanding component of the ground forces, Army, consist of 3 command groups and several units of the 4th, located on BFC Gagetown. 1st Canadian Mechanized Command Group, BFC Edmonton and BFC Shiloh. 2nd Canadian Mechanized Command Group, BFC Petawawa and BFC Gagetown. 5th Canadian Mechanized Command Group, BFC Valcartier and Quebec. Each command group consists of an artillery regiment, 2 armored personnel carriers, 1 combat and 1 for military engineering troops, 3 infantry battalions, a logistics services battalion, a headquarters, a squadron for military communications, and a number of secondary organizations. A squadron of tactical helicopters and a field ambulance are available in each group, but are not included in its command structure. Armed with CF-18 Hornet fighters, Leopard 2 tanks, L-16 mortars, or M777 howitzers. The Army's military budget is $25 billion a year and joined the alliance on April 4, 1949.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.